Yeah, you go for a hook support. Okay, Nautilus is kind of the happy medium because you're tanky-ish. You're not going to survive a full burst combo, but you shrug off a bit of damage. But at least you can throw a hook out towards the double ranged. Nautilus is quite good versus double ranged bot lanes. No crazy advantages coming out of lanes in early game. It really is. That's I say that. Just hang on. That's getting really, really close. Very, very close indeed. And the barrier doesn't save him. Barrier doesn't save him. First blood goes over towards the Smolder. I think it's gonna be a 2-for-1, but it's the Smolder, the scaling lane, which gets the kills. Are you kidding me? Even gets the last hit with the Q. It gives you the extra stack for getting the kill. The last another kind of dumpling. So we had Tong Yuan versus Xiaolongbao, I think, for one bit, which is quite funny because the battle of the dumplings. Hang on a second. That's a flash. Let's say. And there's a roll more top of it too. A Serene Display of Talent, a Realm Warp, and a dead Aatrox. I don't think Ari's going to be able to help much here. So 1 or 2 games. I think Stevie Lol played a bit of it. How many stacks he got? 109. Not bad damage from Hung, you know. It takes half the HP off the Aatrox. 2-level lead. Okay, this fight has to be on Sion. Sion's going to have to do some work. That's a really good Supreme Display of Talent. Flash away from the Lulu. Needs to get out of danger, but Ambassa puts them right back into it. Managed to peel back. How much work can they do there? The front line needs to start getting set up. The Wild Growth goes onto the Ahri, and I'm not sure that's what they wanted. The Charm cooldown is down. The Hook cooldown is back up, and LGD. It was yesterday at Demacia Cup as well. Very cheap for... He was not great on RNG, which was a lot of his starting point of his career. After Xiaohu was replaced by him. His Rise was one of the better ones. Ahri was another one too. Who's his Annie, which really struggled at? Pop there from all the Q. Sion going in! I think that's going to be a dead Nautilus. We'll die very, very quickly. This is why... Hang on a second, Ahri, does he have this cool charm? The charm cooldown. No! Misses it. Shea had no flash. That is a big miss. Is it going to lead to the kill? It's really close. The Lulu saves him. No extra damage to come in. Heru survives despite missing the skill shot. LGD lose 2, including their Fed Kiana. The gold gap is still in their favor. It doesn't have flash for this fight. Heru does have ult necessary. Ult 2 goes into the wall. Where's the charm? Doesn't land onto anyone. Walks out of the Sion Q to Xiaoya. I think this is probably a dead Nautilus. Yeah, they're really struggling to use a frontline, really. Where's the flap? Gets over the wall. Dragon being taken down by LGD. Aatrox could fly over the wall, close some of that XP gap. Of course, it gets harder to do that. Keep that level up as it goes through. It's under half HP now. Coming over. Pulled outside the wall. Ahri item in the game. If you get Dark Seal and you get one good early fight, it gives you just a few extra stacks to transfer it into a Magi's later, and it changes the way that you play the game like nothing else. Level advantage for the Rise over the Sion, actually. Often don't see that between top laners and mid laners, but then again, Rod of Ages tends to help you a little bit with that. Starting up this again, where is that Kiana? Coming down, will be in range to smite. How much damage can this Smolder end up doing? Hook onto the Sion, the Lulu. Oh my god! Nautilus is just gone! Nautilus is gone! But how much damage can come out from the side of it? Atkan is taken down. Good damage on to Sassy. I think there'll be a dead Ambassa as well. It is flash forward, charm on to the Rise. The ultimate from the Kiana, not fantastic, but the Smolder starts to burn and execute. Smolder tapped by that Yunara. What, 2-for-1 right now? Oh god. Well. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, this will be Mountain Soul for LGD. Hook away from the W pullback. And there you go, Mountain Soul. Easy as you like. Extra shield, extra resists. Flamed by LGD. 2 Mountain Dragons. The shield off it, which regens over time. Or refreshes over time. Hey, Sam, how's it going? Hey, smaller damage coming through again. Bit of a disengaging Nautilus ult as well, forcing the Aatrox back. Ooh, charm. It does land onto the Nautilus. The hook not landing onto the Ahri, forces the ult out, so that'll be on cooldown. Not the longest cooldown with so many cooldown reduction items, and the level 2 of the ultimate. Cool, Sam, we'll get you in for the next game then, because I don't want to be fiddling around with that right now. But yes, cool, we'll get a Brothers cast for a little bit. We'll be chilling a bit. Oh, we're getting the good old Realm Warp up towards the top side to get towards that Baron. How quickly can they do this, though? Smolder, does get a decent amount of burn damage onto the objective. Rise pretty good at taking it too. ET walking up towards top side. Well, there is a potential of a hook out of the bush. He is way too far away. He's way too far away. Nautilus, my dude. Okay, that's a very close chance of a steal. Doesn't quite get it. Baron goes down. Aatrox goes down. No steal achieved. LGD, do they find the follow-up fight? They don't have an Ambassador ult to follow up with. They're running out of a few cooldowns. Keshi does have flash. Will that be enough? So, oh my god, Kiana damage. Kiana just removes Lulu from the equation, and I think that's the fight which they now are looking for. They have the mountain shield, give them a little bit of brawn as well. Hang trying to get that combo going forwards, and I think it'll be enough. Sion goes down. TT lose another member. 2 kills on the retreat from the Baron. LGD get Baron. They get 2 kills, and that should really be the death knell for this game. Wait, hang on. Is objectives in a position where TT could rush them down in time? That is an Ambassador ult in... Why are you ulting into 4 people? What happened? Why did he just ult into 4 people? It wasn't even like he got Sion ulted or something. Damage from Smolder. Does have the Infinity Edge. The extra Q damage. Gonna really sting now. Doesn't have the Fire Cannon for... ease of access, not bad. The Nautilus ult, not a hook, not going to land at the wall, but Smolder is still alive. It's a really good Kiana ult. Gets the splash damage onto 2. Tongyun flashes forwards, and that's suddenly 2 kills back. Realm Warp to try and get towards mid lane. Tongyun Keshi tried to hit the clump, but Smolder was stood away from it. And, you know, Y6 pretty happy to die and just give the space for Smolder to do something. Going forwards is Ari. There's a flash from the Smolder. Use it pretty effectively. Ari Q. It's going to land on target, though, and it's going to be dead anyway. I mean, Sassy just teleports to the wrong part of the map. He just... Why didn't you teleport in towards your Smolder? They wanted to push all 3 lanes at once. That's quite greedy, actually. Now, Tongyun's coming around the back. Does have a mountain shield to work with. Kiana's there, too. Doesn't have the ultimate cooldown available, but they're quite low HP, and that potentially leaves them a room for that Earth the Blade. Execute like that! Oh, my God! The extra damage from being below 50 HP, 50% HP is absolutely insane. Sassy misses the ultimate. Not been the best game for him. Okay, now we're getting into a little bit of silly. Alright, okay, fine, whatever. Smolder getting McHale's actually. Maybe afraid of a Sion ultimate coming through. And here goes Sion blasting age. There is a 4-item Yunara with an Infedge and a Lulu backing them up. Does have 1,000 gold lead though, actually. And a fair amount of farm. And had a couple of shutdowns, I presume, as well. Elder's up. Oh my god, we're a little bit split here. Ambassador going in. And, well, okay, well, I guess the Yunara can't do damage if they're dead. The Lulu ult doesn't save them. And that'll be a double kill towards the Smolder. Flashing forwards. ET try to find the split fight. Credit to them. It wasn't a bad angle. If you're going to hit them while they're split. Doesn't work out. The Yunara goes down. Dies with barrier. And what? What happened to the Chinese caster audio? What happened to the Chinese caster audio? Why did they just, like, Mike just... Okay, alright, GG, LGD will take game 1. I hope the Chinese casters are fine. Where did they go? The mics just turned off. Did they just unplug the mic? What happened to the Chinese casters?
You one-shot someone is a very difficult thing, but it's looking like we're going back to a very different time in the top lane where K'Sante versus Udyr from 2023
winter, it
feels like.
2020 spring. Or no, it would have been 24. You're going to struggle to play out the game later as MF without a significant lead, really. Your bullet time's going to be quite easily cancelled. Potential of a steal. It's a hop over the wall.
Oh, he does it early! 20 HP on the smite remains.
Early grubs and the dragon. Oh my god. Hang on. Cyclone?
Oh, Cyclone. That's pretty good damage. Oh, man. Well, there's a Trinity Force on Wukong. And Heru has definitely discovered that firsthand. Don't have the ult quite yet for Hung. Half the HP down on your Wukong. Not necessarily the best place to be, actually, around this Herald. I think this could be a bit of a bold contest here, LGD. But they're coming into the river nonetheless. Watch the K'Sante here, who could definitely cause a lot of problems on that flank. Herald secured. Anyway, you just end up getting so much extra value from that transformation. Once it gets there, that mid lane tier 1 does go down. And that clear the wave. I don't know whether you actually, to be fair,
that was entirely too hyped for
too much of an issue. Back for the Spirit Cowl. Top side, out comes the Weaver's Wall as well, looking to punish. Cyclone stacking, decent damage, all out. As Cassante tries to run away, but there's so much slow, so much consistent DPS that the flash will be forced as well.
Collapse.
Void Seeker goes wide, and actually Sassy's here as well, preventing the Syndra from getting on in. Still going to have the Xin Zhao try and jump on forwards with the Audacious Charge, and that's a kill onto XQW. The little frog is in the frying pan after the fire.
No, Sam, it's a kill onto Tong Yuan, who's using XQW's sword from the couch. Because like,
just alter egos, you know? That's what it is.
Elrond's half brother, wasn't he the first king of the Numenoreans or whatever? Or the Dunedain? That's a really good stun again. A couple have landed onto him.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Out comes the redemption, and YCX will survive the option as the Weaver's Wall will force the flash as the bullet time kept them in a dangerous position. Tower goes down. Feather trying to find the Pop Blossom escape angle. It's not bad, but I don't know whether it'll be enough. Junhao finally falls. It's a decent amount of CC coming on through as the mantles begin to come on down. Wingborn Storm, Scout of the Week, flash on forward for the shove. Wonderful flick back from Tang Yuan having popped the flash, and it is a teamfight win for LGD.
That kill leads to the tower and the kills going over. Attack onto them as well. LGD, we thought they might be becoming a vision and a flanking Wukong.
Watch out for those wrist rockets, by which I mean bullet times, and of course, the Wukong is dangerous! Cyclone comes on through! Category 5 danger as Thunder Talk unfortunately meet the Hurricane and have a significantly worse time of it. Cassante tries to flash on forwards, can't find the Endova Strike flick back, but Tang Yuan certainly can before going on down. It's 2 dead actually for LGD, despite the health bars from Thunder Talk being significantly worse. Scout of the Week prevents Sassy getting the kill onto the Syndra. Heru escapes, ends up being the 2 for 2, but health bars being so critically low means LGD in the end still come out on top. Credit to Thunder Talk though, they got more than I thought they would.
I mean, especially given that flank right onto the backline. The Syndra, you know, so much damage onto the flanking member.
I will give real credit to Xiaoye there for actually come back to life, and that's just a kill onto Heru, who doesn't have the flash still. And that's a dead mid laner. Baron's up. You can certainly tank your way through this. You've got an Udyr with 2 items. This will disappear.
Yeah, I mean, Sassy has been a real threat on this Udyr. I have to say, I'm not the biggest fan of Udyr. It is like a tank generally. It feels like he doesn't scale like the others, but Sassy's playing him well and just running at people on cooldown. Double root stops the play happening there, but, well, Junhao, he's kind of left out to dry here. Flick back, he has his Crescent Guard, but I think this moon is somewhat waning. Xin Zhao will die just like his Law counterpart. The siege with stuff like a bullet time, the threat of a flick back. A 5-man Baron like this, which it won't quite last them into the next dragon, but they can just full shove across the...
Not quite executed. Swift escape with the press of the flash button, but the turret falls.
Yeah, actually quite a problem for some of these less mobile champions like Xin Zhao and Syndra, who don't always deal that well with it. It's 1 inhibitor turret going to full hit. The helping hands of the cannon minion. Massive push in the bot lane as well. Yeah, base broken.
It's looking pretty difficult to stop. I think at this point, Thunder Talk, you've got any last gasp, last Hail Marys, now is the time. Pull out the rosaries and pray for something, because it's looking like this game is all but over. Ingo LGD onto the inhibitor. Will likely go down. Brief Zonya's moment as the arm guard is procced by Tang Yuan, preventing the attempted kill combo from Heru. Still has the ult, I'll note, from Heru, so can potentially unleash the power. To the mid lane we look instead. That inhibitor falls as well.
I mean, you don't have flash on Nico. Very hard for them to force fights in the way that they need.
You've at least got 3 items on Heru and Ryan 3. If one or both of them can get some value onto, say, Sassy, as we said, doesn't scale that well. Gets enough shields off. Fimbulwinter value is still pretty good. That's a clone that ends up tanking up some of the damage. But LGD in the river, in control, with the better range. And this Udyr just saying, yeah, you just can't get past me for free. And they pick up the Dragon Soul. Decent damage back, but unfortunately, Feather is blown away. They pick up another. They pick up 2 more. On top of that, it's 4 down and Syndra is running. But unfortunately, the Dark Sovereign is deposed. A triple kill from the Bounty Hunter from Bilgewater, who turns out a rival Sovereign has got a little bit more in her armada and will help the team walk into the base and secure the 2-0. LGD do it in style.
Yeah, Ryan 5 will not be seen in this series. LGD will clean things up 2-0, and TT we'll have to look back for a win sometime later into the group. LGD, I think, clearly the best. D plus Kier in 24. Kinda shot the bed. He wasn't great. came over to LPL and wasn't awesome in LPL. He's on the Alistair, it's a champion which he's a little better on. Seem to remember the difference between him. There was another player he was switching in and out for. Is that? Wait, what's that from?
No, it's Kingdom Comes Deliverance.
That's the one. I thought it was. Ghost, and I really like what he was doing there in terms of the early trades were grabbed him really nasty. They're going to look for the kill angle.
Oh, into the bind Eclipse, and it's beautiful. We'll lose one on the retreat, but it's Lulu getting the kill versus the Aphelios. Flashes on in Israel, who did not quite get everything he was looking for. His Ning also flashes away. Cyclone Part 2, looking to try and steal these Krugs. How long until the Warrior Trickster? Because he's stuck in here now.
Dictionary bugs. Get it? 'Cause it's a Saurus, Sam. Yeah, so OMG have 3 grubs and they have a dragon. Ain't that great for them?
Here we go. Remember, there's still the Unbreakable World, so you can't burn the CC too early. Moam goes in. The flash does not get them over it. And oh, no. LSO, namely Fofo, goes down. Again, I am baited by the name on screen. You gotta love the Tournament Realm account. Years of hard trading has ruined this for me. And that's gonna be first turret as well, by the way. This might be a way to deal with Starry.
He's on the right side of the lane, though. He has flash and he's still on the right side of the lane. I know there were some points where it was, you actually put some points into lethality early just because it was really efficient at points. Push around to Calibrum Gravitum. Very high ammo on both of them, actually. Interesting. Oh, he steals it!
Oh, Ning! Yeah, and then he faked it out the second time.
Yes. Oh, that was legendary.
It was very funny.
Oh, that was hilarious. That is one of my favorite ones, too. Here
Violence, heal, Cyclone, Wild Growth. Cyclone Part 2. Aatrox will bring the world ending, but he's into his nemesis in Harry, potentially finding an angle on the other side, though, as he goes to get the shockwave. He's caught inside the Hextech Ultimatum, though, and will be brought down by Arla's Camille. Now looking to get some more value. Moonlight Vigil Flash! Duskwave! Starry can't quite get both. It looked flashy, but it is still going to be a very dead AD carry, and ZSM are going to find a lot here, as finally, up comes Harry Zahen, looking to get some more value, as the damage comes on through from the crushing blow. Looking to go on forwards with that Nimbus strike. They'll get another one. The shield. Arla can't secure the kill on the Wukong. It's a bloodbath top lane. And OMG just about come out on top.
You know, forces the Wukong into going for like that last gas dive as well.
And then finally Harry turns. Because that was a 4v5, by the way. That
about to get towards the point where he has like maxed out AD and lethality on both of his level up stats. Oh, Southwind.
Oh, boy. Nice combo from Moam, who finds a wonderful angle onto the little Lulu, who does not get to become a big Lulu. Even
ZSM will lose the Adacon very easily after that.
Yes. This should probably die here nonetheless. Are we going to see Aatrox try and flash in? Ning already got a bit of a steal here. The shockwave on 2. Double headbutt pulverize. The Moonlight Vigil empowered with the Infernum. And everyone melts. Welcome to the barbecue. And again, you run Ghost on Aphelios where and when you can for a reason. It can be revalued with Flash about to come back up. But ZSM are going to have to come and do it all over again with the Baron being started.
Yeah, Ning the Merciless uses that flag. There's something about Ning the Merciless in there. Baron getting taken down. Good stun.
You saw where I was going with it. Oh boy, Flash, and I don't know about Gordon staying alive this time. The Alistair goes down, but the turnaround from Zahin, and of course the Aphelios from Starry is a little too much. Some grim deliverance, and a Hextech Ultimatum is not enough to stop the Darkin doing his dirty work.
They have been behind in this game pretty much since the start.
Ever since Lulu. I see the value there. Of course, not the best item anymore, where it used to be incredibly gold efficient.
Yeah, the stat stick was insane for a while.
Yeah, it's you're still getting grievous wounds off, and that'll have to do. Hex Flash and a headbutt and a pulverize. And Yunara is a Yuna. Rah! That one sucked.
Oh, man. LWX hits the ground 0-4. It has not been the best day for former world champion LWX. That is... hang on, folks. If you fight long enough, again, his passive is getting really scary here.
Grim Deliverance. Grim Deliverance is there. Could look to keep stepping on forwards with the Aureate Rush. There is an attempt to clear out this wave. The passive finally times out. I've still yet to see the full passive from Zahin, who is unkilled this game. We go towards the bot lane, where the power is unleashed, and the Cyclone is stopped in its tracks by someone throwing a lot of really big magic at it. Nice interrupt on the hook shot, by the way, Moam. I appreciate that with the headbutt. Just got some value there as the Wild Growth has
By the way,
to
if everything went right, it would have been the Baron into the Dragon. Not quite able to do that, so some credit to him. Particularly, not quite sure we've got a Scorpion show here in Demacia.
Well, we've got Cyclone.
That's a lot of damage. Fofo. He's actually pretty... Okay, Fofo's the one guy that might be able to just delete someone.
Shockwave.
Speaking of that, Shockwave very nearly does that itself.
Flash required from LWX, who also has to burn the barrier. Does stay alive, into the backside, gets some healing, but not for long. There's only so much you can heal, and you can't cheat death. You're not the other Darkin against you. Oh, Moonlight Vigil. There's nothing to stand vigil over. It's an open grave, and they've all been shoved into it. OMG eviscerates NSM in their own base. There will be no further defense in game one. Goes to oh my god.
So, I like the Ambassador here. You can kind of fly into the backline. If you ever ping Misfortune and Talia, the fight's pretty much over. The OMG have their own options too. This should be a competitive game with these drafts. Or it would be with the drafts. We'll see if the play supports that.
I think whoever lands, you might be right. Either way, good damage there onto the bot lane.
Ooh, potential flash angle.
Starry and Moam have now not got to talk about that one because it's a really nice kill combo. Mid, shove back. Is it going to be enough? Overcomes the Neferi. Good dodge on the spear. Should surely fall, but I think they've got enough time to trade the Ahri here as well. Not bad from Fofo to buy time for Ning to get involved.
I think Rayo could have just tapped the Q and it might have helped a little bit more there. Charged it up and just about missed it. I wonder if the Neferi wins this trade now. Red buff on both of them. This is getting damn close. Oh, good stun. Rayo ends up winning it with the Empower W coming through and afterwards.
Roll swap, lane swap with the Scion. That's at level 6 though. Maybe a bit of a dangerous one to just straight up face check, especially just sat in that bush. I don't know about this one.
Hang on.
Oh, there's two of them. That changes things around. The Scion hadn't actually finished the recall. Flash, hook, turn around with an attempted public execution, a few dashes. They can't quite get the kill, but the double up is there. And eventually secure Harry.
Dragon now started. Neferi's coming over. I mean, there's a lot of low health members. I actually think they can fight this. Talia can ult them off as well.
Think about it. They go forward with the Eviscerate. Overcomes Harry, though, on the respawn. Nautilus and Scion looking to get involved. They've murdered Ning. So that's one down. Decent amount of healing on the Pantheon, who gets the Conqueror stacked, but will eventually fall 1 for 1. But that is a 4th kill for Rayo.
Rayo has an ult now. He hasn't used his Pantheon ult yet this game. He has 4 kills. He can spread that lead somewhere. Now, right here, you see, someone gets into the wrong place. Pantheon can ult behind them and open up the fight. I actually wonder if he should have done that here, actually. I think he could have maybe jumped onto one of those two there. LWX has just leveled up the bullet time. That's another factor to consider.
Jump on forward onto the Neferi, who doesn't want to use the call of the pack. Will Eviscerate over the wall. That means they're not in here right now. Can potentially use the Hound's Pursuit to get involved. Dredgeline at max range. Door comes down, trying to keep the Ahri alive and does so. In goes Ning. Can't quite secure the kill. Flash, call of the pack. Finally gets the reset. Looking to get some more value as the E comes on out. The Aegis Assault is not enough, and they have forced that one too hard of OMG. And ZSM pounce and secure 2. Range to get the W off, and so Fofo forced to burn very little there.
Well, I mean, Harry just doesn't hit the ult, you know? What else can you say? I mean, Rayo can walk out as much as he wants, but realistically, without Flash, Rayo can't start that off. Harry's got to hit the blind skill shot, really. Good combo onto the Braum. Here comes the Pantheon behind them.
Looking to get some value. The cleansing on the exhaust. Jumps over the wall with a shield vault. Aegis Assault comes on down. The exhaust denies some of the Pantheon damage. Flash over the wall. Ahri looking to get the kill. Charm prevents a dredge side angle. Redirects the Q with another Spirit Rush. Goes into the Dragon Pit. Overcomes the side of the Sign. Looking to get some more damage down onto the Ahri. Decimating smash. Good charm. Puts a lot more danger and pressure onto the backline. Talia now falls, and Fofo is no longer on this earth. Double knock up with the decimating smash. Flash away from Allah's Scion. Flash on forward, another charm, and that's the Misfortune gone, and the Scion as well. Double kill over to OMG.
Kill damage to the Scion, you probably need Leandries instead of something like the Blackfires. It tends to be much more efficient. If you're going to be dealing with someone like the Talia or someone like that, probably this
job there in getting at least a few kills and then stacks on the Dark Seal, as we've noticed. Overcomes Ning. Good call of the pack required to avoid the charm. Hook goes wide. Side step there from Moam. Will land a Winter's Bite. We're going to see some more violence as Scion could look to ult here. Does indeed. Will charge into the Braum, who buffers well with the Glacial Fissure, turning around well. The bullet time comes on through. They will kill off the Braum, but it's traded for the Scion.
And then we've got the flank coming through. Charm landing.
Oh, superb angle. Hai Chao and Harry team up to find everyone in the backline. Flashed away from the turret shots. Out comes the Grand Starfall, and now Talia might well also be at threat. Ahri from one side, Pantheon from the other. The Herald comes down as well. They can at least get this mid lane tier 1. Nice buffer through the shove by getting into the Herald. I appreciate that. Gets to jump on forwards by using the Herald's jump out
The battle,
to wind
Sam.
you up a lot.
The thing is, I'm just like, makes your job easier. Make your life easier. Just having that critical eye for snowballing the way that Knight does on Ari. It's not that hard. Just, you know, get the Medjais before the big fight.
Yeah, and then the thing is, once you get Medjais plus Cosmic Drive, your base move speed with your W active is ridiculous. You can just walk at people menacingly.
It's like you get 10%.
Everyone's back. Is he? I think little flash, jump away. Depth charge comes on down. I think it's probably a dead brawl. I say probably a dead brawl, but they can't quite get in range for that seismic shove. Braum, despite the Richter scales starting to wobble, not go down, and the turnaround, but the temerity for attempting Braum's life. Jump over the wall, away from that seismic shove again, as Ari can look for something a little bit more over the wall here. We'll have some cooldowns to work with, but decides against going too deep.
Tao's going to be forfeit off of this. OMG have themselves, you know, thinking about Sam. You gone?
Just had to give Dad the garage keys.
Oh, right. That makes sense. I was like, oh. He's rushed off for an important emergency. Right, potential fight in the spot side jungle. Hook lands. I don't know if they want this entirely. Ari's around the flank, looking for a big charm.
Oh, good chunk, and it is going to get the kills. Surely the back end just about 5 seconds to do the bullet time. Not bad this time around, but it's still not going to lead to anything valuable as Pantheon continues to just pump spears into the faces of ZSM, and they are left strewn across the battlefield in their own red side jungle. Various height and breakpoints and going, I think this Hex Tech Dragon will be the death knell. Very hard to beat this team at this point in the game with these kind of items, especially when they start to pull the combo again. The double flash over the wall to try and get away. I just don't know if that's enough. Eventually eviscerates towards the Krug pit, but unfortunately, Ning, you are a dog and not a Krug, and therefore it's all too obvious what you are. Overcomes Fofo, Weaver's walls in. I don't know whether they want this. Gonna try and make the play regardless, buy their way out to safety, but fight they might, win they will not. Out comes the Sundering Slam to get that Seraph shield, but the arrow comes on through and skewers the Talia. Flash on forwards as Starry decides the constellations are in his favor. Barriers and survives until the minion autos bring him down, but the prize is hard won indeed for ZSM.
Maximum overdrive, because Medjai's at max stacks plus the death cap means that from a single item you get about 200 AP from the Medjai's at 25 stacks. Absolutely insane. And you know, brings Zara into that full assassin mentality. We're once again fighting an enemy jungle, or rather allied jungle at this point. Well, don't teleport in there again, friend. 2v3, OMG always there, just a little bit faster.
Your ability to get there so quickly is so nasty. The Comet Spear catches Neferi, Darkin Dog down. Winter's Bite beginning to get stacked alongside those concussive blows afterwards. The door comes up, and the bullet time is immaterial. Charm comes across, and Ari has just been breaking hearts left, right, and center. K-pop girls be dangerous, it turns out.
That's not even the K-pop skin, Sam. That's the faker one. There's no music here. If anything, it's a dirge. It's a funeral right here. OMG. Whatever. I think they'll play one last song here for ZSM. It'll be a 2-0 for OMG. They have clearly been the better overall unit here today.
Trying to clear the way, Vazala using what he can on the Scion to deny some stuff here. And actually, with the resets coming on through, maybe he's done a little bit of time to get Fofo and LWX back. Will it stop the game? I don't think so. But hey, OMG say, look, we're not going to end the game. We'll go and get the Hex Tech Soul instead.
6,000 gold behind Haichao, who's almost at full build. Hasn't he actually upgraded his... Hang on, there's another... Sam, there's another fight. They can't go into their own jungle. There's nowhere safe for them on the map, Sam.
Every time they walk in, Pantheon ults on cooldown and just starts leaping at people. Oh, Ning. What do you do? It's not really his fault this game. In fact, if anything, he was the one who nearly rescued it, but it has not been enough. Ning is being shown no mercy, which I suppose is ironic considering the Flash Gordon references I was making last time.
You know that one... Oh, hang on. That's not a bad pick. The hook lines as well. They just don't have the damage just yet. That's terrifying.
And the ults reset. The passive starts stacking and the essence is stolen. A thief in the night comes on into the enemy base and Scion will be mauled to death by absolutely everyone from OMG. towards that mid lane inhibitor, OMG Go, and they will proceed down into a victory march. This game is theirs. This
Series will go with
theirs.
it. Charm onto the Neferi. Ning will go down as well, as he has to look at his teammates. 0-6, 1-8, 2-8, 0-8. Yep, I think there's a Japanese VTuber. You might have a clip which is very relevant, even if it doesn't help your engage. Yeah.
Good call.
It doesn't help your engage, but it helps you survive against Yunara Nautilus.
Yeah, and in fairness, you can just play to say, look, we're going to have Smolder as a win condition. We just need to keep them alive and just get stunned up with the concussive blows. Get a bit of a headache.
Do wonder whether...
Croco? 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 Oh, he's just going to die for this and just say that's fine?
What?
Fearness flashed for that.
Fairness, as you were saying just at the end. Yeah, so you only get passive stacks from champion damage. It's not from minion damage. So yeah, getting that damage onto both people really helps dive on bot side.
There we go. SMLZ pulled out of the wall. Arc of Ruin goes through the door. And they bring down one. Wink left low. 1xN still rolling with the Unleash. Gets another. That's 2-0 for the Yunara.
Yeah. 2 kills towards 1xN. Very competent on the champion. Good damage there. Got the Cullen too. He's going to be really popping off soon.
Croco's got level 6, by the way. The world begins to end, and Hacker may need to look to find some cheats because he's getting eviscerated. As the Darkin Blade comes crashing down on the
take for Hacker in terms of actually securing it. The question was really if anyone would die for it. No, not quite. SMLZ. He doesn't have flash. He needs to get a good E here, and he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Reads the front step. Gets the hook onto him. That'll be a dead Smolder, and it's a 3rd kill for the Yunara.
Part of the problem with having missing...
well, maybe if there is an LPL team that's going to drop really to one of these stream teams, maybe it'll be LMG, but I couldn't have been further from the truth than this one. They have been just out-muscling FRK. Passes up again.
Yeah, I know. He gets a big chunk there on Fairness. You can see the sort of similarities to the Shinzao there, using that E with the Q2 available to get that immediate knock-up. Good Pathmaker there denies that knock-up, but there's the Infernal Chains. Hackers pull back. Missing's on the other side, waiting for the Warrior Trickster. And now Hacker's in danger. Dredgeline ensures that he's dragged out from the oceans and into the nets of Bulldog.
Oh, poor Hacker. He wants to make sure that he's still farming at a good pace. So he takes one camp that goes back towards the dragon. Hacker's going to jump out. Doesn't have the Cyclone, doesn't have flash. This should be taken down very quickly. And even if you do jump into that river, 1xN is also really fed. He hasn't even launched. Hacker's losing even more camp. He's going to go... Hang on. He's going to get seen coming in here as well. 2-level lead re-established. Hacker might just die here again. His flash is back up. He's going to immediately lose it, no?
Yeah, that's rough. Overcomes crying. I don't know whether they win the 1v2 here, guys. You're giving more things to him to heal off. There's another auto. Flashing. Pulled back by the Infernal Chains, and Darkin Blade Part 3 is enough for a sequel. And Cryan needs to run away. But a flash will not find that
another Raptor camp.
Return.
He did another Raptor camp. What do you mean? This is like his 4th Raptor camp of the game. He's doubled the CS in the jungle. He's doubled it. This is ridiculous. Poor Hacker, man. Poor Hacker.
Been feast or famine.
This is probably going to have to flash out as well. No, he fails with the flash hole. No.
Sheer gets that one, finally donated something, and even the 1 gold lead they had disappears. That's tough to see.
What am I watching?
Actually does a decent job of healing himself back up there. Could potentially threaten. Bulldog's going to need to flash. Does so. Wink could look to follow, actually, here. Flash Q. Heal. Looking to get some more work done. Gets over the minefield. Shoved back. Shield comes on up. SMLZ low, but the stun comes on forward. Should get the kill, and Smolder gets something. That's not bad.
Okay, it gets something. It requires a lot of people, and it's going to require them losing mid lane turret. 1xN's been pushing this the whole time, so even then, it's not a free trade is what it looks like, because they've called so many people down towards bot lane that it doesn't end up... It means they have nothing to defend mid.
Croco now coming on over. Wink low. Dread return doesn't quite... Well, Infernal Change doesn't quite land. Missing now looking for a Dredgeline himself. And Wink's had to go the wrong way around. There's the hook. Hacker in danger. TP coming on down. Missing will now see it. How aggressive do they want to play? Very is the answer. Both the clone and the regular one hit by the Q of Croco. TP's flying. They want this fight. Redemption's in. Gromp being fought over. Croco
no, Sam. Croco wants this Gromp.
He gets it.
Croco, they don't want this fight. They want their enemy jungle camps. Have you not watched this game?
Exhaust. The infernal chains come on down. Oh! Flash on in front of the Darkin. Blade of the Dragon is eviscerated by the World Ender. Reset after reset. And Yunara is praying to someone who's listening as the Arc of Ruin catches.
Very rich.
The goal, he's still 4 levels up in the jungle.
He's stealing another camp. He's stealing another camp. That's another wolf camp. He knows when the Raptors are going to respawn.
The other side of map.
Sam, Hacker has to steal away enemy blue buff because he realizes he can't take his own camps. They've just traded sides of the map in terms of jungle camps. What?
But you've got Herald and a shove into mid lane. That's looking pretty challenging, and your jungler's not there. Not that he'd be that much value. His missing line's another hook. Depth charge on 2, and now Wink's in danger. Throws up the door. I'm not sure it'll mean that much. Blessing actually left kind of low. Redemption, heal, survives.
Hacker.
Fearless, looking for Hacker to the backline. But again, he's not that squishy. Finally brings one down. 1xn's going to go low. This is actually not bad from FRK. Punishing well. Sheer finally turns up, and Croco begins to donate some damage into the backline of Hacker. Here, have a gift. My sword to your neck. Wink now left low. They finally get something.
Quick, take
but
the Raptors!
problem was the people you don't care about.
Quick, take the Raptors. The double. He pulls back a double for sheer. But I want to know what's happening with the jungle camps. Who gives a damn about these champions? It's all about what's happening with the Krugs and the Raptor respawn.
Oh, Bulldog's there. They'll donate that one over. You lost 1xn. You lost Missing. And everyone else died. But I don't think they've been pleasant ones. He's downloaded malware into his PC, apparently. It's not looking great. Back to safety. The present goes wide. Oh, he's back on the Raptors. He's back on the Raptors!
This must be his 7th camp, like 7th Raptor camp taken. And he just comes straight out of the fog of war. Rinse it. I mean, 1v3!
Oh, my lord. Depth charge shears here as well. There's more than one Darkin. As the glaive comes on through alongside the blade, all of it is named Darkin. When they stack them up a few more times, Infernal Chains will drag Santa Braun back. Unfortunately, Christmas is cancelled, guys. Aatrox has murdered the father.
I cannot believe that Hacker has been kept to 86 farm at 22 minutes. 1xn keeps going forwards fitness. Yeah, you can't stand there, friend. That's the W trying to go and stop a little bit of tankiness, but he has to waddle his way back towards the fountain. Inhib broken at 22.5 minutes.
Arc of Ruin, Inhibitor falls. And this is still not the biggest jungle lead I've seen this year. It's the second biggest.
I don't know, Sam.
I solo cast Kanavi getting a 150 CS lead and a 5 level advantage in the jungle.
Wow, that is insane, actually, yeah. Yeah. Kanavi is something else when he's on his game. Okay, big fight coming through. Crocker losing some decent HP. Ult's off cooldown, or on cooldown now.
Oh my god. Oh no. I don't really have any more words, just exclamations of horror. It is a massacre. 1xn flashes away. It doesn't even die. AD carries 1v1ing Casantes. What year is it?
It's 2025, Sam, the end of it. And perhaps the year to come could be one of better fortunes for 1xn and crew. And Sam, you'll be pleased to know it is the 5-level jungle lead for Croco over Hacker. 4-1 and 12 and over 100 CS advantage. I don't mind the Bard, because if you throw the Bard ultimate at a target which is getting jumped at, your Nocturne Orianna combo gets immune.
I saw the Yumi hover. I got nervous, and I agree. I think the Tempered Fate is a very strong option.
I remember that, actually. Maybe the Loken they had for a little while. Dragon taken by LNG. No smite steal that.
Nicely done.
At least this time, Blackfire Torch build on Syndra this time, which makes sense. You know, there's a lot of squishies where Blackfire Torch can damage quite well, as opposed to going towards something more like, well, actually no, I think she always goes towards that. These things differently. 1xn.
Tempered Fate, that's going to be a nice little catch. Decimated Smash comes on through, knocks the Fiora up, and 1xn will be allowed to knock her down.
Oh, really good play there from LNG, the magical journey.
He's now up 800 odd gold, courtesy of the kill and the additional crockery acquired. Why turrets are your cupboards for your meal times, I don't know, but here we are.
It's just different culture, you know, here in Summer's Rift. Ooh, Finnis has that ult.
Hang on. Quokka's coming, he's baiting. It's all a bait! Misses the riposte over the wall! In comes Hacker, tries to get in range, flash over the wall, survives! Crocco now here as well, but Wink's now coming on down. It's a 3v1, I just don't think they have it. Overcomes Mink. Can't quite. Crocco actually survived! What? Exhaust! Shockwave pulls back onto Missing. Who gets through the wall? They're all alive! I do not believe it!
I do not believe it.
Well. I think this Corky has to flash. Don't want to be afraid of the riposte.
Wasn't Cryan on a pro team? He was an MSI winner on RNG 21, actually. Going in towards the Nocturne combo now.
Paranoia buffers through the fear with the Crescent Guard. Shockwave on down. Croco in danger, but there's no flash. Flash over. Cryan gets some healing as Croco does his best to get out of that one. I can't quite. SMLZ Valkyrieing forwards. No way out for missing any more who burned the magical journey.
FRK, but they do pick up the kills. Suddenly they get the 2 back now. There was a shockwave into the Crescent Guard. Cryan didn't get any damage onto Croco from that. But it's still an overextension. 1xN has Sheer around the corner. Doesn't have that ult. Good damage from 1xN, but he steps onto the Valkyrie.
Two-shot barrage! Try to read the flash or the barrier or something. Gets the kill. Nicely done. That step forwards onto the Valkyrie.
Great at surviving that. Your Arcane Shift will not get you far enough away. The pro scene. Of course, this is one of those streamer teams. Hacker on full vision here. Oh, good tracking. Still level 10, not the extended ult range of level 11. They should... Okay, there's the knockwave. Come on, you knew he was there.
Oh, they do get the kill. Now Hacker taking low but not down. Looking for the stun, can't quite find it. Winky looks at the quickness, does flash on forwards. Croco flashes out. The Tempered Fate denies the follow-up. Missing. True shot barrage comes across. Only catches one.
To work their way into that. I'm actually a little bit disappointed in that one. I felt like they had all the tools to problem solve that.
May still be able to go towards his Herald because of all the cooldowns burned. Missing, left low, but not down. Wink gets a bit of a heal, does go down as Fearness. Flash on forward doesn't get the kill though. 1xN hits for the grand challenge. That gauntlet being thrown down is pretty scary. In comes Sheer, who is unstoppable for a moment or two, but the train is now leaving the station going back the way it came.
Rough there. They do end up losing the extra kill. Ooh, stun landing onto SLC. That's the ultimate. Oh my god! It's just gone! Syndra Ezreal, the one-item spike. Yeah, it was a little early there from Croco. Dragon is up and available. Shit, now having to deal with Fearness, who's 0-2 on the Fiora, but, you know, still a Fiora at the one item. Has the Ravenous Hydra just continually heal up off a wave, so he's never really going to be able to leave a lane now.
Pretty hard to, I agree. Keep your eyes on things like the Paranoia, not quite off cooldown yet, but it is a Hexplate Nocturne. Will not be long to go. There it is. Paranoia popped, goes in with the shockwave. Quickness after. Dragon still secured by Croco somehow, some way. Hacker is exploded as Syndra unleashes the power, and 1xN says, I can do just that as well. Mystic shots come crashing into Oriana's head, and the Dancer falls.
Well, the Knockwave combo went into a Crescent Guard. That definitely doesn't help. The Shockwave did no damage. It didn't catch Bulldog. The Syndra was completely undamaged. Croco stays alive, gets the smite. LNG get the play. FRK are frankly just not coordinated enough to pull off these aggressive combos.
Herald in mid, drop that one down. Suddenly SMLZ's job gets a lot harder, and again for the poor Nocturne on the other side.
Okay, there is a chance that they come through there. They're pulling it towards the top side of the river. I want it to be in slightly better terrain. I think there will be enough time for a contest, though, from FRK. They do have the Knockwave combo. Let's see where it lands.
In they go. On to 1xN, but not enough to kill him. Fight over the Atacon, and it's one by Croco. The flip goes wrong. Wink caught by the Tempered Fate. Cryan has to flash it. Wink, however, is stripped of his wings, pulled from the sky. SMLZ had a couple of...
Okay, so Fierce Strength starting to get built up now too. 1xN has the upgraded Ionian boots. Sheer is starting to eat the worst parts of these kind of trades. There is a Grand Challenge available from Fearness if it goes poorly enough, but no, hang on a second. Now they have a Zhonya's. That makes things a little more problematic. Still gonna die though. Bulldog goes down.
Croco, Crescent Guard, everyone's 1xN missing though. Cannot turn this around. Tempered Fate on 3.
Oh, 1xN!
Here we go. True shot barrage flies across the team. Oh, it's all skill, baby. And 1xN is bleeding skill shots. Absolutely obscene. 3 for him. Maybe he'll get a 4th, but no. Croco says, come on, at least give me 1. They pick off Bulldog, but the rest of the team finds that an affront.
Very few things are as satisfying to watch as an Ezreal that just pops the fuck off. Oh my god, 1xN just nails them. It's set up by Missing. Missing gets the triple ultimate, which allows this just straight down the line broadside from the True Shot Barrage. It's an ensemble effort, but everything after that, 1xN just continuing to pull the trigger going forwards. Very exciting to watch this guy get that lead and start to leverage it. The hard part was getting the lead. Now the fun part is he gets to use it over and over. Missing's on the roam again. What a great game he's had on the Bard.
Grand challenge comes on down. Riposte goes wide, and Sheer has his soul furnace explode and take Fiora with them. Cryan's TP'd in. Wink is here as well. I don't know whether you win this, guys. They'll get the kill onto missing. That's something. Decimated Smash comes on through. But there's the Scout of the Week on 2. Could begin to unleash the power. Execute not quite there, but it means he's leaving, and Cryan is doing just that. Oh dear, who knew robots could cry electric tears? Bulldog looking for another Scout of the Week. Wink just front steps it. But there's a control ball. Gets the grand entrance. SMLZ is here. Redemption comes on down from beyond the grave. 1xN is here. And the horrors continue. Finally, not 100% kill participation because of the plays towards the top side. But will ameliorate his tears at losing that by getting another kill. Croco, knockup,
wow.
kill, and a true shot barrage. Won't quite claim Hacker's life, but will certainly leave him going home limping.
Yeah, well, I wonder how many of those members of FRK will be dreaming of electric sheep in the long, long sleep. LNG have been running along the blade's edge, really, in this game. Playing very, very aggressively. 1xN has been my favorite player to watch during this. But in terms of actual MVP, I suppose, considerations, I actually won a better team than LNG in that game 1. Night and day difference. LNG looks so much better today. I guess it's against the streamer team too, lots of caveats, but good to see LNG at least giving us a window into what could be in games to come.
Sheer goes choo-choo, misses Cryan, but gets behind him nonetheless, and this poor Oriana once again finds herself in the scrap heap. Redemption comes on down, missing, can't quite catch him. Anyone on the recalls there was wondering whether someone was hanging around where they shouldn't be, but it's still going to be delayed resets, and that means a free shove towards that top lane as they continue to catch people like Hacker.
Oh dear.
Oh no, Croco is once again 3 levels plus up on his opposite number. Wink, Finn is coming on down, but I'm not sure they win the 2v3 that ends easily. Grand entrance comes on through. Finn is looking for something more. Miss
Croco! The game's ending, by the way.
Slowing the Fiora, lunges forward. The empowered autos.
The game is ending.
SMLZ is here. They're trying to get kills. Oh, the wind becomes lightning. Audacious charge over the wall on SMLZ. Is SML XD at this point. Croco gets another. They finally bring one down, but it's a triple goal to the jungler as the game ends, and LNG aggressive, relentless 2-0 against